Hello and welcome, I'm your CodeMonkey. In this lecture we're going to look at all of the work that we've done and have some fun playing the final game. Okay, so here we are in our nice starting main menu. It's simple but it works. I actually think it looks pretty good. So we have our main menu working and we also have the unloading system that we made. So as soon as I click on play, there you go, loads the unloading scene, and here we are on the game scene. So we start off with our really nice tutorial window, and down here we have the controls. Of course, all of these are dynamic, so depending on if the player rebinds or something, this one is going to update. So we can look at this window for as long as we want. The game is paused in the background, so it's on a paused game state. Then whenever we're ready, we can interact. So again, that's the game input class, listening to the input, and again, all of the code in here is really nice and clean. So when we press the interact key, the tutorial isn't directly listening to that, but rather the general kitchen game manager. That main state machine is the one listening to the input, and this one is listening to that state. So all our logic is very well organized. All of the elements only listen to the things that make sense to them. So anyways, here we have tutorial, let's interact, and there you go, we've got our nice game start countdown, some really nice animation, really nice sound, and yep, here we are. Then we've got our clock showing the game time, and on the left side we can see our recipes. Once again, all of the elements, they're all dynamic, they're all spawned randomly, and the icons for all of the recipes, they're also all dynamic. So over here we have the character control that we built, we have the collisions that we implemented, and of course we have the raycast testing for interaction, so we can identify all the objects in front. Let's begin delivering some recipes. So for example, we need to cook some meat, so let's go ahead, put it on the stove. So here is the really nice state machine that we built. So we've got all of the various states, we've got the visual completely separated from the logic, so everything is really nice. And of course here we have the nice burning elements that we added in the polish lecture. So that one is burned, so let's go ahead and use the trash bin to get rid of that. So let's go ahead, cook another one, and let's make a cheeseburger. So let's put some cheese, let's listen to the alt interaction key, and we can slice the cheese. We can pick up the meat, pick up the cheese, then also pick up some bread, and deliver the recipe, and there you go, our nice polished visual. Alright, awesome. So here you can already see everything that we've built. The character, the physics, the logic, the input, all of the UI elements, all of the world UI elements, all of the various counters and how they are all prefab variants, all of the plates, the separation between the visuals and the logic, the separation between the sounds and the logic, all of the polish elements that we made, over there the nice shader graph that we made. Then of course all of the basic things that a lot of tutorials won't teach you, like for example how to make a pause menu, how to make the options, how to modify the sound and music volume, how to rebind the keys, and so on. So with all that, here throughout this course we'll learn how to make a really nice game with lots of interesting interactions, which you can now apply to any kind of game, any kind of genre you want. So like I mentioned in the very beginning, you can take pretty much what we made here, which is really just a character controller and a bunch of interesting interactions. You can take everything that you've learned here and make something on a sci-fi space, so like for example make something like Among Us, you can make something like FTL, or perhaps make some kind of survival crafting game. So all of the interactions you would have like resource nodes in the world, then you can interact to gather those resources. So with that you could build something like Rust or Minecraft or Don't Starve. So hopefully in this course you'll learn a ton that you can now apply to your own custom original projects. And if you've made it this far, then congratulations! Let's go into the next lecture where I'll give you my closing thoughts.